Cord to the computer. Hi, my name is Tanya Kaepernick. Welcome to the Empath Alchemy Retreat. We are here to help you heal your inner child and get you moving on your path. Today's incredible guest is Elizabeth McQuade. And Elizabeth, I love you. Very esteemed guest. Very esteemed guest. Okay, so Elizabeth, since an early age, I have been a truth seeker. This is about Elizabeth for you peeps. Always looking for answers to the big questions, sometimes surprised when they did not always reveal themselves easily, but never giving up. My journey for truth and love of nature and the human body led me to study biology in university, but realizing that I was not going to find the secrets of life in the lab, I then pursued a career in performing arts, opera, singing, songwriting, and acting. Yeah, cool. Concurrently, since 1997, I've studied and practiced energy work, long distance healings, and energetic readings, and have led group meditations and energy work / energy awareness classes and workshops. In 2008, I moved from Vancouver, Canada to Auckland, New Zealand with my husband and first daughter. While there, I studied and practiced Reiki and became a certified body talk practitioner in 2010. Since then, my husband and I had a second daughter. In 2016, my family and I moved back to Canada, where we currently reside. Alongside of this, the drive to find truth was an inherently strong sensitivity to feeling energy and emotions in other people, animals, and nature. And as a tendency to receive messages, images, and signs from this physical dimension and beyond, I believe that we are all born with this ability. But in my case, I was led to learn how to manage it, develop it further, and work with it to the benefit of myself and others. My passion is to assist other adults, children, and animals to achieve higher state of balance, frequency, and overall health, and assist in expanding clients' awareness of how their mind, body, emotions, and energy fields work. And where appropriate, assisting them in their awareness and understanding in the amazing support that the universe supplies from God, Goddess, Source, our higher self, animals, spirit guides, ancestors, elements, animals, plants, and the earth. It is my understanding that each of us has an intrinsic part of everything in existence, and all things are beautifully interwoven and connected. As we change, so we change the universe. And Elizabeth, that's so fantastic. I'm so excited to have you here. Welcome.
My pleasure. Thanks so much for having me, Tanya.
Anytime. So I brought Elizabeth on to help us connect to the gifts that we have and help expand our intuition. She's fantastic with this. I've had the honor of hanging out with Elizabeth and know what she can provide in tunes of tapping into your own powers. And I know you have some fun stuff planned for us.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought we'd start off first because kind of the theme of this is the inner child. So I planned and organized a inner child meditation just to help us. And let me grab my little cheat sheet notes here. But so I know we're looking at basically helping your inner child and you release things that you're ready to let go of, and to integrate new gifts into your being to help you move forward in life. Because I think most people are very ready to see improvements, move forward. And this is a great one, not only for you to do for yourself, but because our inner child is such an intrinsic part of who we are. And if they feel safe and they feel supported and they're making the shifts with you, it's a really beautiful thing. And I think the shifts are even bigger because you're working in conjunction with that very beautiful part of yourself that's very innocent and pure and love. So yeah, so what I'll do first, we'll just jump right into it, I guess. So I'll just quickly do a quick guided part just to help you get nice and relaxed in your body, and then we'll do the visualization part of the meditation. Okay, so I'd recommend, it might be better if you're sitting rather than lying down, because if you're lying down, you might fall asleep, but it's up to you. So I'll get you just to get nice and comfortable in your chair, or if you're sitting on the floor. And just take a couple nice deep belly breaths. And on the next few breaths, gently draw your awareness to the top of your head and the sides of your head and the back of your head. And gently draw your awareness to your face, your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, the muscles around and behind your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your ears, your lips, teeth, and tongue, in your chin, in your jaw, and the muscles of your jaw. And also draw your awareness to your neck, the front, sides, and back of your neck. And breathe into all those spaces. And on the next few exhales, release any tension from those spots. And on the next few breaths, gently draw your awareness to your shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms, your wrists, hands, and fingers. And also gently draw your awareness to your back, your upper, middle, and lower back, and to your chest, abdomen, and pelvis. And breathe into all those spaces. And on the next few exhales, release any tension from those spots. On the next few breaths, gently draw your awareness to your hips, your buttocks, your upper legs, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, heels, feet, and toes. And breathe into all those spaces. And on the next few exhales, release any tension from those spots. And then visualize a beautiful cord of white and gold light going from your tailbone down, down, down to the core center of our beautiful Mother Earth. And feel that beautiful earth energy flowing up this cord, up through your feet and up through your body, flowing up through the core of your body, your abdomen, your stomach, your chest, flowing down your arms and out your hands, and also it flowing up your neck, up through your face and head, and flowing out the top of your head like a waterfall, and flowing down around your body. And this earth energy, everything in our body is made from the earth. All the cells, our bones, our skin, the water and air we breathe, it's all from earth. So as we feel, when we connect deeply to the earth, our body is calm, because that's what our body comes from. Now we're also going to conjoin that with connecting to source. So see a beautiful tube of white and gold light, maybe even other colors as well, coming down from source energy above your head, down through the top of your head, flowing ever so gently through your head and face, down your neck, down your shoulders and hands and arms, down your chest, through your whole core of your body and back, down through your legs and going into the earth. And now you're this beautiful conduit between heaven and earth, which is really what our destiny is to be this beautiful conduit. So just enjoy the feeling of those two energies as you've deeply connected with them and deeply connected with your body. Just enjoy the sensation of that for the next couple minutes. And then I'll gently lead you into the next phase of this meditation. And I'm being told by my guides to tell you all that. This is a very healing and very stabilizing meditation, just this first bit we've done. And you can do this daily. And once you've done this, you're ready to connect even deeper to your intuition. So this is a great precursor, this one we've just done, to connecting to your intuition. We'll discuss that more later in the talk here. But this is a great less than 10-minute reconnection for yourself. It's a gift for yourself, from yourself to yourself, and also a gift to the earth and the gift to the universe, because we are spirit in body. And the more we embody ourselves fully and live to our full potential, the better off everyone and the whole universe is. Okay, so now ask for the beautiful light of love to surround you. And see your inner child in front of you now. See, feel, and hear them. And ask for the beautiful light of love to surround them, and join and connect into a bubble of light between you and them. You're both in this peaceful, loving, safe, and supportive bubble of light and love. Just enjoy that feeling for a few minutes. Now is a time to release anything that's ready for both of you and your inner child to release. Feel free to reach inside yourself and remove anything that is no longer needed for you to experience, have, hold, and place them on the ground in front of you. And you can also watch it just automatically leaving you. And if you like, see, hear, and feel the names of the things as they are leaving, if it's for your highest good. And now see your inner child sitting across from you and doing the same thing that you did. They reach into themselves and remove anything that is no longer needed for their journey and your journey ahead. And they place these things in front of them. And also things automatically leave them as well that are no longer necessary for your co-creative journey together. And if you like, you can see, hear, and feel the names of those things as they leave, if it's for your highest good. And then take a moment to thank all these things for the service they've given you both. And tell these items you release them to the light. And see these items floating up and up into the light and dissolving in the light. Take a couple nice deep breaths and see your inner child taking a couple nice deep breaths. Feeling the relief in your bodies. And then your inner child comes and sits in your lap. As you sit together, feel the love you have for each other. You've been there for each other since the beginning of this incarnation, and you have many more lovely experiences awaiting you. Feel both of your agreement with this. Now, as you sit together in your bubble of love, peace, and calm, you ask for the new gifts to come into your field that are going to assist you to move forward in your life in the highest and best possible way for you both. Now, as you breathe, allow yourself to start to feel, see, and hear those new things coming into your sphere of love. And as they integrate, you can ask to be made aware of what they are as they come in, if it's for your highest good to know currently. Feel them integrate into your body, heart, and awareness. Feel the ripple effect in your body and outwards into your energy field and your life. Like a beacon, calling into your life, being and experiencing the things that are for your highest good and that will assist you in moving forward in your life. And if you like, take a moment to thank your higher self, source energy, your energetic team, and all those beings who assist you in your journey in this life. Feel free to take a moment to thank your inner child and ask them if there's anything that they would like to say to you at this time. See your inner child integrate back into you and feel the wholeness of yourself, your body, and your life. Feel the love you have for yourself, your inner child, and the beautiful support and guidance you have in this now moment and leading you forward. And when you're ready, gently move your hands and feet and bring your awareness back into your body, and then gently open your eyes. Great, there you go. How was that for you,
That
Tanya?
was so great. I could always stay there for so long. And I'm like, okay, people are probably coming out of this. It was really, really powerful. Before you were speaking about how your guides were saying this is a powerful process, I was kind of like, damn, like, wow, there's like a lot of incredible energy running through this. That was awesome, Elizabeth. Thank
Oh,
you.
great. Well, I can't take credit for it because basically I just tune in. I say, I got to do this meditation. Can you guys help me to
Yeah.
my energetic team? And then we kind of co-create, if that makes sense.
Yeah, man,
But
you showed up. Woo.
yeah, yeah. And so it's a great this, and I also got, as we're just finishing up, I heard them saying, this is, you can do this more than once, this meditation. So um it probably got through, one level or two levels or three levels for some people, but you could even do a little bit more. Some people might feel complete. They might feel like that was it. They don't need to do this meditation again. But some people might want to give it another go. Yeah. And share this with your friends too. Like,
Mhm.
the more of us that are healthy and integrated, the better.
The
So,
better. And yeah, and do this first thing in the morning would be incredible because it reprograms your brain, right? So you
mm,
got the energy cycle, but if you do it in
mm,
the first 20 minutes, you're going to get your brain on board like
there
nothing.
you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Awesome.
Whew.
Yeah, so I feel kind of bad now because I know you're probably quite relaxed. So. But yeah,
No, we're good. Okay, so what do you have to share with us after that?
yeah. Yeah. Well, now that you're all kind of starting to wake up again and get back into, and make sure you wiggle your body a little bit because it'll help you get for your listeners, to help them get back in the more alpha states, I guess, of the state that's more like the present day state we live in on the planet. Um, So you were wondering some different ways to connect with your intuition. So that might be something that some of your listeners will be interested in. So one of the things that I can't recommend enough, and I know I strive to do it, some days I do and some days I don't, is do at least 10 minutes of meditation a day.
Okay.
It's almost like, if you want to feel nice and connected, you just need at least 10 minutes just to connect. You can do the breathing one like I did at the very beginning, where you just breathe and concentrate in different parts of your body, or any kind of meditation. It could just be sitting and breathing.
Yep.
And I find that if you do that like at least once a day, it really allows you to just be like quick when you need to tune into any other intuition, quicker on just knowing what to do and when to do it. And you just feel calmer, your body feels calmer, everything. And then one thing I find too, after doing the 10 minutes, if you wanted to, you set an intent for the next, do another 5 minutes or another 10 minutes. And during that, just in between time, so you do your 10 minutes of meditation, then stop, set an intent for the next 10 minutes. And then you can bring in things like automatic writing. If you've never done that, you can try it, or automatic drawing. You can get a lot of information from drawing too, depending on how artistic you feel. And even if you don't, you can get a lot of information from that as well. And then say, if you set an intent, I'd like to know what for example, I'll just give an example. I'd like to know what my energetic team and higher self want me to know at this time. And then you can even set an alarm for 5 or 10 minutes, and then just write or draw or speak into your phone, like a voice recorder, and just let it out, because you've already got yourself nice and relaxed state, connected to earth, connected to source, and then you just give her. And it's really, but I find it's nice when you set that intent for the time, because you're like, I'm going to produce in this time. And it's not even you producing, but it's almost like you're getting out of the way and you're letting this information come through. And the nice thing is, when you record it, either writing it or sound wise, it makes it much more real. Because I know myself, when I've gotten into lovely state, I've had these amazing experiences, but then I don't write them down. And then when I'm back in this brainwave state, that's more what's happening on the planet at the moment, it's gone. And you're like, oh, that was like the secrets of the universe. And I didn't bring them back with me to the planet Earth. What? So that's nice to write it down, record it, even draw it. So that's a tip that like I've been using lately myself even, but I just find it's good for anybody. So other ways you can connect to your intuition. Another one, which is one of the, because I'm giving 2 gifts today, or one free gift, one paid gift. The free gift I'm giving is a link to a class I did. It's muscle testing and pendulum work. And that's a great fun class that anyone can do. And it's on YouTube, but Tanya will be sending you the link. And it's just if you want answers, you can find them within yourself. So again, it's about getting grounded, connected, asking for, I always find, especially when you're opening yourself up to any guidance, it's really good to do some sort of prayer that you're asking for only the highest good in your energetic team and, source energy. Because I've often will say to people, like, say if you're going to have a dinner party, and you want to have an awesome dinner party. You don't open the doors to your house and then yell, "Hey, everybody, I'm having a dinner party, come on in." And it's like, you're going to get all sorts, like that bag of candy with all sorts, and no one ever likes certain parts of those candies. Yeah. You want to actually have a very specific guest list. So one of the things I do before I do any sessions with anybody, or I do any kind of intuitive work just for myself or whoever, I asked to be connected with source, my higher self, angels, guides, benevolent ancestors. You can add, some beautiful archangels if you like to work with certain archangels or ascended masters. And you just ask for them to be around you at this time, and that you receive information from them, and only what's for your highest good. Because it is a big, wonderful universe out there. There's lots of polarity, light and dark. And if you open yourself up to guidance, you want to make sure you're getting the highest guidance and the best guidance for you, with that from sources that love you unconditionally. That's kind of like the ticker. And then you go into doing muscle testing or pendulum work or writing or automatic writing or doing sessions, whatever it is. And then you've set yourself up for success. And you've protected yourself, because you're using a lot of light, and that's attractive to light and dark. So you just want to make sure you're protected. That would be my only other advice on that front. But it's like, we're here to grow and evolve, and if you feel that call to change yourself for the better and maybe help others, then you got to call in the light and be strong with your boundaries. And start working, using your gifts, using your intuitive gifts more. Because everything, like if you look at everything around you, like the chair you're sitting on, the computer that's in front of you, it came from nothing. Like someone had the thought in their head, and it probably co-created with something higher up in themselves, but nobody made anything without some sort of, again, earth and source. You make a baby, it's earth and source, it's earth and spirit. And this program, you get inspired to create it. The meditation I made, and got inspired to create it. So it's the same thing. We just have to bring in those two together, and that's what we're all here to do. We're all here to create in some way and experience as well. So, yeah.
And you get more accurate answers when you do that as well, right? When you tune in,
yes,
right? If you don't tune in, you get answers from your altered ego, or like the self-sabotaging part when you do energy, right? So you've got to make sure your energy is really on par, right? Not just to protect that, but so you get accurate answers.
Yes, very true. Because there's parts of us, our subconscious, that don't want to move forward. They want to keep everything the same. They don't want you taking risks because you might get hurt, and their job is to protect you.
And you don't want answers from that.
And you're happy, you're thankful, because there's been times in your life when that party probably did protect you, but there's times when you got to push past that fear into the new, or you'll never have anything new, right? Unless it's forced upon you by life, which sometimes happens as well. But it's kind of nice if you kind of push yourself a little bit,
grow in joy versus struggle.
There you go. That's it.
Okay, I love that one. Automatic writing, I think, is really fun. What other goodies do you have for us?
Well, those are the kind of top, I guess, 3 or 4 that I mentioned. Another one that I've did a couple for the last year or two, I started teaching a remote viewing class, which was fun. So that's one of the gifts that I'm offering through this. That's the paid gift. And that's a really fun and quite exciting thing to do. So if you're not familiar with what remote viewing is, got started by the military technically, but it's everyone's intuitive. So it's an ability to go look at something that is not in front of you with your eyes. So like right now I'm looking at the window, I'm looking at a tree. That's just me looking. But if I want to look at, say, a tree, the biggest, oldest tree in the whole world, and it's halfway around the world, I have to look at that through my third eye remotely. And I can do it. And you can do it too. You could go look at that oldest tree and look at it. But that's through some different technique called remote viewing. And sometimes you can do it just intuitively, and sometimes you can do it through remote viewing or controlled remote viewing. So that's what this class is. It's good for beginners, this class, or even if you've done remote viewing, there might be some techniques in there you haven't tried before. And we run through several different techniques, and we do several different exercises. And so you get a real chance to really find out, can I do this?
Yeah.
And you may be surprised. People are quite surprised by it, actually. And they're like, oh my gosh, I did kind of get some things that matched to what that thing was. So not to give too much away from the class, but it's a good one. It's 40 minutes long, and it's just it's fun. Like you just make it fun. Like it's not a test. It's more just like, let me see what I can get, and even though it is recorded, you can still tune into that time and space that it was recorded in. So, yeah. So
even remote view that.
Yeah. You remote view the moment in time. Yeah. It's kind of limitless what you can explore. Although I always find it's like, well, you have to ask yourself, well, why are you exploring something? So one of the things, and I don't know if I put it in this recording I did for you, but I will also say to people, when you're remote viewing something, ask yourself why you're looking at it. So if it's like an exercise, and it's safe, but I wouldn't recommend looking at something, say, military base, because there's going to be some protection around those places, and that's what they do have remote viewers, and they probably have systems in place for protection. So you have to ask yourself, like, if you're ready to go look at the backside of the moon, cool, but just be prepared. What are you going to see? Or if you're going to go look at something, ask yourself, well, why am I doing that? And would I want to do that physically? If I'm prepared to, do you almost have to say, if I feel like I'd be safe to do it physically, then maybe I'm safe to do it psychically. But if you just can't walk on in there physically, just double check with maybe the muscle testing or the pendulum and say, should I go and check that? Should I be going and looking there? Because curiosity is an amazing, wonderful thing, but it can get you in some trouble. So that's the only caveat, which I don't think I put on that recording, so I'll put it on there now. But it is fun, and it can be fun, and you can look at all sorts of things. So that's also just something I'd throw in there about remote viewing. And one of my kind of things that I feel passionate about is, if we're all, feeling fairly healed, grounded, connected, and we're using our intuitive gifts, then first off, we're all doing much better physically and mentally and emotionally, but also we're not easily tricked, because humans are lovely beings and we're quite trusting, but not everyone has our best intentions. And so it's important, like, say you're watching the news, then you go, oh, I wonder if what they're saying is true, instead of taking everything they say as gospel. And so it's a great tool for you to navigate not only your life but also navigate the world stage and see what's going on. Is that true? Let me check. Maybe that isn't true. Or you want to somebody says something happened, you go remote view that. You look and see, is that how it happened, or did it happen at all, first off? And if it did it happen the way they said it happened? So these are great tools that I think, once humanity kind of starts to get back, we can head into a whole new direction as a society. So that's one of my passions, is to help people really gain clarity in their intuition, so they can be stronger, beautiful beings that we are, because we are multidimensional, amazing beings that we never get told we're that, hardly at all, but we are amazing multidimensional beings, and we are much more powerful than we've been led to believe. So I like to show people how powerful they are, or how powerful they can be, in a balanced way, in a balanced and loving way. So,
and it is, not only do we not get told how powerful we are, it gets contradicted to us all the time by specific sources saying, we have your truth and you don't get to question it, right? but
Yes.
there's a
Or
lot
you
of,
got those weird feelings.
yeah.
You got those weird feelings and intuition. Oh, whatever. That's woo woo, or no, that's your life force telling you what's what.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. You're right. It's kind of so sad. It's funny. But
It's both, right? And the greatest trick they've ever played is convincing us how powerless we are when we're the most powerful beings in existence.
oh, yeah,
Right?
I've heard the phrase before, we're galactic royalty, and I believe it. Like these
Yeah.
bodies, there's a reason why there's like 8 billion people on this planet. This is the place to be. Like it's center stage right now. Like it's a popular place and everybody wants to be here, but we've got the ticket. The golden ticket is a body. So take good care of your body, take good care of yourself. You know, try to get rid of any addictions you have going on, and try to eat as cleanly as possible. Move that body. Don't overdo it, but move. Your beautiful body, it loves to move. And yeah, and connect to your spirit too, and get that spirit really inhabiting your body fully. And yeah, like it's then when you're doing that, the sky's the limit in regards to what you can, how beautiful your life can be. And we all want a beautiful life, and we all want to feel that love and connectivity and bliss. And I think, you know, well, my dream is that we get to experience that in this life while we're still alive in this incarnation. That's what I'd love to see, more people experiencing that. Yeah.
The knowing of who they are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the connection back to
Yeah.
our intuitive selves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is why stuff like this is so important. It's like you got to program yourself daily, almost,
Yes.
right? To
Mm-hmm.
really get a solid footing in the spiritual world. And when it slips up, you can slide back really fast, right? When you stop your spiritual stuff or you stop your intuitive things, it
Yes.
can kind of disappear really quickly.
Yeah, because we're living in, you know, the world that we're living in now, it's not kind of where we all will be, I think, eventually. So when we look around, we kind of go, oh, is this it? Like no one's honoring their body and their spirit and mind or their feelings, or we're not, you know, meditating in circles for 2 hours a day. Not that I want to do that necessarily, but we're not, but the way our world works at the moment isn't supportive of that spiritual awareness and awakening. But I think, yeah, exactly. Like I love that you're doing this, because this is reminding people, oh yeah, I'm a spirit and body. I can intuit stuff. I can automatic write. I can remote view. I can heal.
Yeah.
I can heal my inner child. I can, you know, and I'm not the only one. So you're not alone either. And the thing is, it doesn't even have to involve being really relaxed and quiet and beautiful. Like you can be a strong woman, man, whatever, and just be strong and powerful, yet loving, yet intuitive, yet fun. So you can be both of those things. Because I think you kind of have to have a little bit of the warrior spirit in you and a bit of that loving goddess energy as well. We need a bit of both, because we don't live on the kind of planet that you just float around a bubble all day. We live on a planet that's got a bit of both, and we got to be a bit of both. But and that's why community is really important. Like what Tanya's creating with this is creating a wonderful community of like-minded people to share what they're doing with you guys, and you guys share with your friends, and onwards and onwards. So community is important, I think, because it reminds you, you know, that you are not alone and wanting more. Because if you think, oh, maybe I just had this job, I had this house, I had this relationship. But if you find yourself wanting more or something deeper, you do have to investigate that in a safe and great way. But your soul and your heart don't lie to you. And they're persistent to a point, and then they might be quiet. But there's always that little knock, knock, knock. So you might as well listen to it. Yeah, get on with it
before it gets really big, before it's like kicking your door down, right?
Screaming at you, or telling or shutting down parts of your body so that you're still and you listen. Like listen to it in the initial whisper stages, and then or even just the slightly loud talking stages, and then listen to it, or find help from somebody who can help you get the guidance you need to do that. So yeah.
I love
should
how you
laugh, but
touched on. No, it's funny because we've been through it, right? We're like, oh man, I've seen
oh,
that. I ignored it, and it
oh,
busted my door
I
down.
didn't, yes. Yeah. Every time, yeah. If that little voice, small, still voice, I didn't listen to it and that gets a little louder, I now know, oh, I better listen to that because I don't want it to get to the screamy point because then that's when things don't go well. We all been there, I think.
Oh my
We've all
gosh.
been there. We're like, I
Yeah.
should have listened. Why didn't I listen? It's because your ego or your mind was saying, oh, I know what's right. But the heart and the gut and that soul essence, they have a bit more of a perspective, bigger perspective than the mind for sure.
They do. They do. And I love how you brought in the warrior with the love because it's like here, if you're there's a strength to love, right? It's not something weak that gets walked over. It's not a doormat. And I think a lot of the times love is looked at as doormat here, but
Yeah.
that's not love. Actually, love is warrior spirit, right?
Oh,
It's also
yeah.
compassionate and safe and all of that good stuff. But man, it's got
Yes.
some balls behind it.
Oh yeah. Like a mama bear and her babies. That's like she loves them, but God help any other animal that comes near. Yeah, but then we do that for our children, say, but we sometimes don't do that as much for us, for ourselves. So we have our inner child. So one great thing about this is you have an inner child. So you have to protect yourself because you have to protect your inner child. So it's good to remind yourself there's an aspect of you inside you that needs protecting because you can't let everybody do whatever they want or say whatever they want. There's a point when you have to go, hey now, or remove yourself from the situation or whatever you have to do, or ask for help. But we're so worthy. We're worthy of our hopes and dreams. So if right now you're like, oh, I don't have any hopes and dreams, well, then first off, you got to connect to yourself more, allow yourself the space and the safety to let yourself dream and hope again, and then work towards those in a really nice way, or ask for help to work towards those, right? Because no man's an island. We can't do everything ourselves. And if you find you reach a wall or a block, then you either look online, try to find something, or talk to friends or family, but or book a session with people like myself, and then you just start to work through those. I wouldn't call them blocks, but it's almost like safety checkpoints. Like, are you ready for the next point? Okay, you're ready. Now you can get past that point. Did you do enough work? Do you have the confidence, understanding to get to that point? Okay, now you're ready to go higher. Because the universe isn't going to hopefully give you more than what you can handle at once. I know that's kind of I think we've all had points where like, I can't handle anymore, universe, thank you very much. But it's almost like you go through a phase, you learn some lessons, you're like, oh, I think I'm ready for the next step now. Like it's kind of, we do earn our stripes here through experience.
We do.
Yeah, I guess that's like earth stripes. You get your earth stripes. So yeah.
Yeah, you totally do.
And it's not always easy. Like, I don't think people, like, I know myself sometimes, I'm like, oh, it's nice to have things easy. And it is nice when things are easy. But I think Earth is not the place to go for easy. Nobody's come here for easy. They came here to see what you can accomplish with challenges, but you can also ask for those challenges to shift. And so if you don't like a situation you're in, you ask source, you say, I want this situation to shift so it's easier, more enjoyable. So I'm more effective. This is more effective. So one of the things I do in a prayer before sessions, I ask that the session, I'll just give you guys this because you could use it for yourselves maybe. I ask that the session's easy, enjoyable, effective, accurate, efficient, effortless, evolutionary, inspirational, love-filled, abundant, and fun for all involved. So that's something like I like to put in there. Kind of covers all the bases because I don't want to waste my time, or you don't want to waste your time as people on the planet. Because we got, we don't know how long we have on this planet. So you want to kind of get it done in the most fun ways possible. That's why I love stuff like you're doing today. This is fun. Like, I love this stuff. It's fun.
It's so fun to talk about.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I do that. What you said there, once I heard you do that, I was like, I'm using that. I'm taking that and I'm running with that. And anytime I do, when I remember to put it in places, it's like, boom, snap.
Good.
And that's that's how powerful we are. And that's how fast it works. That when you say stuff like that, it's like instantaneously there.
Yeah, like an intent. Yeah, just come
Yeah.
up with, and even if you're sitting down, you want intent, ask your guides to help you come up with an intent.
Mhm.
So I tell people, use that one as much as you like, take it, use it, whatever. I got it from my guides. I'm not going to take credit for it. And I just, write it down and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So intent is really great too. So if your intent is to feel better and live a better life, then keep putting that on the piece of paper somewhere that you can see it. My intent is that I live an awesome, beautiful life and that I'm supported in my journey and I support others. And like, you can write it, and you can rewrite it over the course of several days. And you might find in about 6 months' time, you rewrite it, you have a new intent or a new, I don't know if you want to call it mission statement, but a new intent for your life,
Yeah.
and your journey, because we are on a journey. And it's a
Yeah.
round trip ticket. we all go back. So you might as well make the most of it while you're here. Because a lot of us, to reach the point, you've gone through a lot, you've survived a lot, you've lived through a lot, and you've got all this amazing experience. So you're quite valuable in just in that alone. Never mind what can come through you and out and help other people after you've kind of connected more to your strength and your love and your beauty, your self beauty you have within yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know where that came from.
We got all of that. We just covered everything. I'm like, I was going to ask you if you have more to say, but I think we covered it all.
Oh, Phil. Well, thank you so much, Tanya. This was so awesome. Well, I always enjoy being in your presence. It's so lovely. But thanks again. This was really awesome.
Oh my gosh, my pleasure. And we already talked about your incredible gifts. So pick those up. Trust me, man. Playing with Elizabeth is a lot of fun. I can attest to that. And thank you, Elizabeth, for being part of this. It was my honor to have you.
Awesome. Thank you, Tanya.
Anytime. And thank you to everybody who's watching. And you know the drill by now. Tune in tomorrow because we got more incredible stuff for you to play with, more incredible information. And you know this one too. In the meantime, think deep, dream big, and spread light. And I'll see you soon.